All right, what is going on, folks? And welcome back to the one and only Wrestling Otaku channel. Of course, your personification of excellence on YouTube and YWC, where the best reviews wrestling and your three-time YWC channel of the year. And I'm back here. It is now officially Thursday, March the 5th of 2026. So hope you all have had a good week thus far as we're officially in the first week of March of the third month of 2026. So hope you all have had a good one so far. Had the day off, so I'm chilling out here playing some Apex Legends. Hope you guys have been enjoying the content, by the way. I do plan on making more videos, short videos, long form videos, regular uploads like this one, and some live streams here and there. I've also been live streaming Apex Legends on my Twitch. I've had, what, a good 6, 7, 8 days straight of doing live streams over on Twitch of Apex Legends. So if you guys haven't already, be sure to check out my Twitch channel, Seiji Storm 10. I of course have made posts here on this channel sharing, that whenever I go live, I usually share it in a post on here. So if you guys happen to see one of the posts and you happen to see that I'm live, go ahead and check me out, man, because I'm trying to get a bit of a following over there. I got 62 followers over on my Twitch right now. I want to try to get more people, watching and following along and so on and so forth as I'm kind of getting back into the Apex game, pretty heavy, doing ranked and all that. And and I also recently uploaded some of my playthrough videos on my Wrestling Otaku gaming channel, courtesy of the Let's Play Apex Legends series, which I'm up to like what 215, number 215 or whatever. So yeah, that series goes back quite a bit. So but anyway, so I wanted to go ahead and do this video because I want to talk about something that happened last night. And of course, we had yesterday night, Wednesday night, we had the latest edition of AEW Dynamite. And what a show it was. Lot of solid action, very good episode. Had quite an eventful episode as well, as we had the continuation of the build leading up to a Revolution, which is a week from Saturday, which I will be giving you guys my Revolution, AEW Revolution predictions video at some point between now and next week. I'm probably going to target like some point midway next week when we know like more of the matches. There are already several matches that have been announced. Of course, the world title match with MJF versus Hangman Page, Texas Death Match, Swerve Strickland versus Brody King, Bandito versus Andrade El Idolo, and a couple other matches have been announced. And I'm personally, I'm going to wait. I'm probably going to wait until the week of, leading up to the pay-per-view on next Saturday, probably like right around next week's Dynamite or after it. I'm going to do my predictions video, so be looking forward to that, looking out for that. But of course, last night on Dynamite, eventful show, couple title matches, including a surprise title change in the main event for the AEW Trios titles. The Don Callis families, Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, and Kazuchika Okada actually won the trios titles from Hangman Page and Jet Speed after MJF's interference. So we had a surprise title change in the main event of that show. We also, of course, had the AEW Women's World Title match with Tekla going over on Thunder Rosa. We had the debut of the Inspiration, although they kind of got squashed, if you will, by the Brawling Birds team, that being Jamie Hayter and what was the other chick's name? God. Yeah, so the Inspiration made their debut, their Dynamite debut, and they kind of a bit of a squash. So yeah, so we had that, and MJF defended the title in the opening match against Kevin Knight. Really solid match there. Jon Moxley defeated Hechicero in an eliminator match. But to me, one of the highlights of this show was the AEW debut of one David Finlay. Yes, that's right. David Finlay made an appearance on this week's Dynamite following a tag match between Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy, who defeated Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors. After the match, you saw Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy, kind of in the ring after the victory, and then all of a sudden, David Finlay appears out of nowhere, blindside attacks Darby Allin, beats down Darby Allin. And then the Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors join him in the beatdown. They throw Orange Cassidy out, and they basically gang attack Darby Allin. They beat up Darby Allin, and then Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors hold Darby Allin up while David Finlay uses a trademark shillelagh, hits Darby Allin in the face with it, and the three of them stand tall over Darby Allin's prone body. So yes, it's true, ladies and gentlemen. It is true. David Finlay is now officially a part of All Elite Wrestling. And then afterwards, we saw a graphic with David Finlay, Gabe Kidd, and Clark Connors, all three of them, who, if you don't know, they were part of the faction known as the Bullet Club War Dogs in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And before that, David Finlay was a part of the original Bullet Club, the OG Bullet Club, before it kind of split off into different factions. And so, yeah, now all three of those guys have moved over, have transferred over to AEW, and all three of them, including David Finlay, are now All Elite. And this is a big, big deal, man. And I was so happy. I was so elated to see David Finlay has been added to the ranks of AEW, man. If you don't know, David Finlay was one of the guys from New Japan that I really, really wanted to see come to AEW. It was him along with Zack Sabre Jr. And then there was one other guy. I forget who the third one is, but David Finlay was one of those guys that I always want to see AEW pick up, and now finally they've done it. Finally, it was official. It was made official afterwards that David Finlay is indeed All Elite, and he is officially a part of All Elite Wrestling, and that's fucking great, man. What a great pickup for AEW, man. What a great pickup for AEW. You know, for the last, I'd say, year now, we've been hearing about David Finlay's status. You know, there was, reports swirling around, reports going around that David Finlay was leaving New Japan and that he was headed for WWE, that he had plans to go to WWE over AEW. The reason being is because his brother, his real life brother, is a part of WWE. He's in NXT. I forget what his name is, but the going rumor was that David Finlay was going to jump to WWE to join his brother. And basically what happened, and I found this out later after the fact, after David Finlay made his appearance in AEW, apparently what happened was David Finlay was made an offer by WWE, but it was to go to NXT. It was to start in NXT and not the main roster, and they were adamant about it. They were adamant, and they were not budging or whatever it is they offered him. And I guess David Finlay didn't like the offer that WWE was giving him, so he said, you know what? Instead of doing that, I'm just going to go over to AEW and join my former fellow stablemates, of course, Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors, and I'm going to go ahead and go over to AEW instead. And so that's what happens. So once again, WWE drops the ball and misses out on a top-tier talent. Not that they would have done anything with it anyway. I mean, look what they're doing with Powerhouse Hobbs and now Danhausen. I mean, Danhausen wasn't a top talent, but I mean, look at every single person that WWE has picked up from AEW, and they've literally done nothing with them. Like, literally nothing. Like, seriously, like, you look at any name up and down that roster, they've literally done nothing with anybody they've taken from AEW. So good on David Finlay. He's in a better place. I love this pickup. Honestly, I've been wanting to see David Finlay in AEW so bad. I was a fan of him for a long time. When he was in New Japan, he was in TNA for a time. He was, of course, had that tag team with Juice Robinson, Finn Juice. They were in TNA, although they were more so in New Japan, but they were, wrestling in TNA as well. They were the former, TNA World Tag Champions, and so on and so forth. And so I've been a fan of David Finlay for a long time, and and for quite a while now, if I'd say for a year plus, I wanted to see him go to AEW, especially with those rumors of him, leaving New Japan and so on and so forth. And I said, man, I'd love to see him in AEW. And now I heard those reports of him going to WWE, and I was like, oh man, that'll be such a letdown, but it is what it is. And now we know for sure he is indeed officially All Elite. He is officially an All Elite Wrestling, and I fucking love it, dude. I fucking love it. Can't wait to see him in action. Can't wait to see what he does in AEW. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And the Bullet Club War Dogs, David Finlay, Gabe Kidd, and Clark Connors, all three of them are officially in AEW. I would like to see them, obviously as a faction. Of course, they're gonna. They already got them as a faction. They've already got them together, basically. So they're gonna roll together. They're probably gonna be, as a faction, as a trio. We'd love to see him in the trios division. I would love to see David Finlay in the singles division, or Gabe Kidd, or even Clark Hunter. All three of them are solid singles wrestlers, but I think they click well as a faction and as a trio. So I like to see him in the trios division, and each of them individually in singles, as singles wrestlers as well. So, but yeah, so my highlight for the show, or one of them, because there were a few highlights, to Dynamite. Very solid episode of Dynamite. And one of the big things, one of the big takeaways is David Finlay is now officially in AEW, makes his debut on Dynamite last night, and I fucking loved it, dude. And can't wait to see what he does. Can't wait to see what he does. And personally, I would like to see him against somebody like a Jay White. I know Jay White's been out for a long time. He's been out for over a year with injury. We haven't really heard much about him, but I would love to see at some point a feud between Jay White and David Finlay because they got that history dating back to their time in New Japan. So I would love to see that. I would love to see that. But David Finlay, can't wait to see what he does going forward. Looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it and seeing what him and the newly reformed Bullet Club War Dogs do. And so, yeah, so good stuff. Good stuff from AEW once again. Good stuff. And so, like I said, Revolution is going to be another week or so, a week from Saturday. And can't wait to see what AEW has in store. You know, in terms of the matches, I wonder if we're going to have Darby Allin versus David Finlay, or they're probably still going to do because Darby Allin's been feuding with Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors, and I imagine David Finlay is now going to be in the mix for that. So I imagine at some point, Darby Allin has got to get himself some partners, outside of Orange Cassidy, and so we'll see where that goes. Maybe Jay White does return. We never know. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. But anyway, love it. David Finlay's in AEW. You love to fucking see it, man. So anyway, that's all I got to say for that. So I just had to give my thoughts and my take on that. But anyway, that's all I got to say for this video. Thank you guys for watching once again. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. Greatly helps out the video, helps out the channel, all that. And once again, thanks to you guys for getting me to 1,000 subs and getting me back as a YouTube partner. Once again, big ups to you all. So, but be sure to like the video, leave a comment, give me your thoughts on anything, what you thought of the David Finlay being AEW, what you thought of his debut. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate all the support I can get. After that being said, it's pretty much going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. More content to come soon. But till then, Wrestling Otaku, I'm out. See you guys later. Peace.